Hi everyone, this is Bug-Ass Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the DC Multiverse Batman and Rhea Robin figure. So before we take a look at them, let's take a look at their accessories. Now, I wanted to do a review with both of them in the review together because doing a review on Batman by himself just didn't work out great. There wasn't enough to fill the review. It was like 2 minutes. So, I wanted to go ahead and do these together. So, before we take a look at them, Batman comes with the right leg of the rookie Build-A-Figure, and Rhea Robin comes with the left leg of the Build-A-Figure. So I thought that I'd go ahead and put these on right here. So let's see here. Oh, that actually went in pretty easily. I didn't figure it would, but it did. There. So you can see that it's going to be a really tall Build-A-Figure. Here it is compared to Batman, so you can tell that that's going to be a really tall figure. So, there's no accessories with Batman, so let's go ahead and start the review with him. So this is Batman in his new Rebirth look, which I really love. But this figure just doesn't come with any accessories. I wish it would have came with like an alternate Bruce Wayne head or something like that. But it doesn't, and that really bothers me. I think the bat insignia there actually came out pretty clean. It's actually sculpted on, not just painted on, and you can actually feel that it's raised up. Now, I did find a few of these where, like, the yellow was kind of chipped off, so you do want to make sure you get one with clean paint apps right there on the bat logo. And I like his cape from Rebirth, too, how it's purple on the inside. I just think it looks really, really awesome. I don't know why, I think it looks pretty cool like that. And you've got the gauntlets. And I'm pretty sure that the gauntlets are new, but I'm pretty sure that the boots are just reused from another DC Universe Classics Batman figure. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that these are reused. It's just like most of the DC Multiverse use these molds that are from the DC Universe Classics line from quite a few years ago. So that's basically all with this figure. I mean, you know, his arms are cast in black and stuff, so there's really no paint errors. The only thing that I got that was wrong on this figure was there's a piece of gray or something, paint, or I don't know if it's paint or what, because it doesn't actually scrape off. So it does have that gray paint or whatever on the shoulder there, but it really doesn't bother me. So that's why I was doing him in the review with We Are Robin. So let's go over the articulation now. He just has a swivel head that can swivel side to side. He can't really look down or up because you can see his chin is basically touching his neck right there, so he can't look down. And his head doesn't really move up a little bit. Well, I suppose it does move up, but nothing major. He's got ball-jointed shoulders that can only move out this far because of the cape, how it drapes over his shoulders. Now, here's where it would have benefited from a cloth cape, a fabric cape. Because you can't really move his arms that much with this cape. He's got a swivel at the bicep, but again, it can't move that much because of the cape. He's got a swivel at the wrist. He's got an ab crunch that can move back all the way and down all the way. And he's got a swivel at the waist. He's got double swivel hips that can do a complete split. He can kick forward all the way. He can kick back all the way. He's got a swivel at the thigh, single-jointed knee. Now, this does have that kind of odd single-jointed knee, but it actually bends normally. Like, I'm not afraid I'm going to break it when I move it. And he's got a swivel at the ankle. So, overall, this figure isn't bad, but I do think that it could be better in terms of, like, the cape and everything. So, that really does bother me. So, that's all for that review. So now let's take a look at We Are Robin. It's actually Duke Thomas. I'm not sure why it's marketed as We Are Robin. It's actually Duke Thomas. But, so the accessories he comes with is this little, like, smoke bomb or something. Almost kind of looks like one of those old energy drinks, like a Gatorade or something like that. But, I'm not actually sure what it is. Like I said, it looks like a smoke bomb or something. I didn't figure he'd be able to hold it very well, but he can actually hold it pretty well in his right hand. If you turn it upside down, you won't have to worry about it dropping out of his hand or anything. He comes with his nunchucks. This looks pretty good. I really love the silver on the chain and on the top of the nunchucks. That looks really awesome. I love the color that Mattel went with for that. And as you saw at the beginning of the review, I kind of had him holding it in both hands because if you leave it like that, it tends to slip down his hand. Like, let me put it back up there. It will slip out of his hands. Of course, now it's not. But that's why I have him holding it in two hands. Because it wants to slip out of his right hand. Let me see if it'll do that. Yeah, you can see how it slipped down. So his grip does need to be a little tighter. I suppose if you leave the nunchucks kind of like that in his hand, then they'll stay. But I'd rather them just be able to stay, period, and not have to have them like that. So let's go ahead and look at his alternate head. With this really thin peg, though, I'm afraid to switch the head out too many times because I don't want to snap that peg. Because it feels pretty sturdy, but you can see that it is kind of thin, so I wouldn't want to break it or anything. So for the alternate head sculpt, his unmasked head looks really nice. I think it looks like Duke Thomas. Now his eyes, you definitely have to pay attention and get one with good paint apps on the eyes, because I saw one where his eyes were like out here and he looked really crazy. So definitely pay attention to that when you get this figure. Look for one with good paint apps on the eyes. And honestly, it could just be I picked up one that was bad, because I usually tend to do that. But definitely pay attention to that. And for the articulation on this one, he can look up just a little bit and down just a little bit. He can move his head side to side. Because, as you can see that noise too, that noise it makes, really scares me. He has a ball joint, unlike most DC Multiverse figures, because they have like a weird swivel. So there's his, I guess it's more of a helmet. So there's his helmeted head sculpt, and I really love that helmet. It looks really, really awesome. I think it would have been nice if Mattel would have added some glow-in-the-dark paint right there to the helmet. That would have made it really awesome. You can see the R for Robin on the side. It's on both sides of the helmet. I do like his suit. It's kind of like a weird armor jacket. I think it looks pretty nice. There's really no paint detail to it. I think it could have done with some dry brushing or something, but it's just all this maroon color, except for that R right there on his left shoulder. I think his belt buckle came out pretty nicely too. I just know with a lot of these small pieces like this on figures that need painted on, usually the ones I pick up have sloppy paint applications, and like the buckle's clear over here, so I'm glad that they came out nicely. And he has that all the copyright and stuff on his butt, which I really wish it would have just been on the bottoms of his feet instead of right there. It's if you look at it, it's kind of an eyesore right there. So that bothers me. It's something minor, but still. He has those knee pads right there. Now I think this would have been a prime location for double jointed knees. Just hide the second joint right there under the knee pad. But instead we get the single jointed knees. And it has that really, really thin peg that I'm scared to move. And there are his shoes, which I really love his shoes. They look really awesome. Looks like something I'd wear too. So I definitely wear these shoes. So that's about all for this figure. There's not really much to it. I do think it's a really awesome figure though. So now let's go to the articulation. He's got a ball jointed head that can look back just a little bit, and down just a little bit, and side to side. It's basically the same articulation as this one, because it's basically just the same head, just without the helmet. He's got ball jointed shoulders that can move out very far. He's got a single jointed elbow, and, oh, that is not on a swivel. I thought it was. So just a single jointed elbow with no swivel, and he's got a swivel at the wrist. He's got an ab crunch that can move back just a little bit. And he can crunch forward, which most DC Multiverse can crunch back and not forward, so I'm glad it's forward and not that much back. He's got a swiveled waist. He's got those double swivel hips. I wish it was just ball jointed hips. That'd be a lot more simple instead of these double swivels where it's a swivel right here and a swivel right here. I mean, it still works. I just would prefer ball jointed instead of these double swivels. He can kick forward that far. He can't kick as far forward as I'd like because of these pouches right here on his belt. He can't kick back either. And now here's the tough to move single jointed knees. And I hate how this whole wave has these weird knees. They really need like actual knees that I'm not afraid is going to break. And then he has a little bit of a swivel at the ankle right there. And you can see that it really doesn't move that much, just a little bit. Like, I don't even actually know why they gave him articulation there, honestly. So overall, I think this figure's pretty awesome. I think it could have done with some more paint detail, like on the helmet and the jacket right here and pants. Like, I really love it when there's dry brushing to a figure because it brings out the collars just a little more. So I think it could have used a little more paint detail, but still, it's pretty good. It's definitely better than this Rebirth Batman figure. And here are both of them side to side, next to what I have of the rookie Build-A-Figure, or the rookie Collect and Connect. I need to start saying Collect and Connect because it's not a Build-A-Figure. I do have the last pieces. I'll probably review that tomorrow, the final figure in this. But, yeah, it's a pretty big Build-A-Figure. Collect and Connect. I need to stop saying that. I want to say GCPD Batmech because that's what I know it as. It's actually called Rookie for this wave, so I need to call it that because I don't think I've been saying it in my review, so I definitely need to watch why I'm saying that. So that's my review. And if you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.